Made of steel, this prototype is one of 8 that could be used along the U.S.-Mexico border. As you can see through to the other side, but if you look straight up, it's solid at the very top. What started at President's Way and Park Boulevard soon made its way to the streets. Now there are quite a few police officers. You can see from these tire marks where the car drove onto the empty lot, smashing into the side of the home. Fortunately, no one was hurt. So many hugs, so many kisses as the USS Theodore Roosevelt prepares to leave this morning. You can see the sailors now manning the rails this morning for their 7-month deployment. These are the pink slips that were handed out today and filled out and put into that cauldron. We are told that they will be mailed to Washington, D.C. on Monday. The police say that the woman was leaving CVS here and she was parked in these parking lots closest to the store when she put her car in gear, not realizing that it was in drive and not reverse. Well, the prosecutor in this case is calling Edgar Gutierrez an extreme danger to the community and to young girls, even bringing up his criminal history, which the defense says was a low blow. Traffic is moving at a snail's pace along the 8 after 2 vehicles collide, sending 2 people to the hospital. These are the 8 prototypes, each of them 30 feet tall, which is what Commissioner Ron Vitello said today he is most impressed with. Can it be climbed, dug under, or breached with tools in any way? Testing of the 8 different prototypes for the U.S.-Mexico border wall will now be put to the ultimate test to stop illegal entry. A tour of the prototypes was made public to the media for the first time Thursday as the acting CBP Deputy Commissioner Ron Vitello looked at each one.
The thing that I'm most impressed by is the scale.
At 30 feet high, the 8 designs include 4 made of pure concrete and were completed by 6 different companies. Made of steel, this prototype is one of 8 that could be used along the U.S.-Mexico border. As you can see through to the other side, but if you look straight up, it's solid at the very top.
We've seen some unique features here. Outside of South Texas, we haven't used concrete to build wall. So this is a change from what's in the toolkit now. And so we'll just see which of these features do the best in the evaluation.
An evaluation that can take up to 3 months. Construction of the prototypes began in September, and the San Diego sector was selected because it's one of the busiest in the nation.
In 2016, the Border Patrol apprehended 31,000 illegal aliens and seized nearly 9,200 pounds of marijuana and more than 1,300 pounds of cocaine.
According to the commissioner, more than one type of wall will be used depending on the terrain and different requirements for different locations. However, one of the minimum requirements for each is to be built 6 feet underground and detect and deter tunneling.
All new wall that the Border Patrol is asking for will have a buried cable sensor in it, so that it will recognize. The technology will tell agents and the response teams that there's somebody approaching the wall, and then things like digging and tunneling will be detected by that equipment as well. So those are the features, both physical and technological.
Each of these prototypes, after being tested, will help them learn what they need in future walls moving forward. At the prototype site in Otay Mesa, I'm Felicia Martinez, Fox 5 News.
As we were running, you could hear the bullets flying past us.
Still fresh in his mind, a Chula Vista police officer, Fred Robotham, can still recall the barrage of bullets that rang out across a crowd of concert goers, he and his wife included, on the Las Vegas Strip.
It was nonstop gunfire.
Celebrating his 45th birthday, the 20-year officer says he recognized the sound immediately in the first round of bullets, but tried to explain it away with pyrotechnics from stage. Seconds later, he knew what they were up against.
Quite frankly, when the second volley of shots went off, I was amazed at, as we were taking some action to leave, there were so many people who appeared to be dazed and were doing nothing to help themselves.
Instinctively, his training kicked in. He and his friend, a Kern County firefighter, quickly grabbed their wives and others and fled for safety.
It felt like BBs hitting us in the backs of the legs and in the back. I think it was probably bullets hitting the ground and chipping up asphalt, and there was asphalt that was peppering us as we ran. And then I could feel in my back lower left hip I got hit by something far more substantial. It almost felt like a baseball bat. I'd been swung and hit. And as we were running, I reached down, I could feel the blood on my hand.
Officer Robotham had been grazed by a bullet, but kept going, telling Fox 5 escaping the area was the only solution.
There's no way to fight back when somebody is shooting at you from high ground like that. Nobody was carrying guns. Even if we had, there's no way to fight back. All you can do is try to gain distance from where it's coming from.
Robotham and about 100 others eventually found safety at McCarran International Airport.
I feel tremendously lucky to have gotten out with friends and family, absolutely relatively unscathed, when you contrast that to those who were unable to.
In Chula Vista, Felicia Martinez, Fox 5 News.
Boxes full of supplies were put together in Mission Bay Saturday, just hours after a 6.1 magnitude earthquake and a 4.5 quake shook Mexico as the country copes from earlier disasters. For Heidi Flores, with family in Mexico City, Tuesday's devastation hit too close to home.
I called my mom, my father, my sister, brothers, and nothing answered me, so I'm very scared about them.
Flores feels blessed to know her family is safe, but is sad so many others are not. Alonso Moran, also with family in Mexico, says donating is necessary.
I mean, we're right next to Mexico, so especially being in San Diego County, they should, I believe, they should be getting the biggest support and the biggest help from us, since we're like so close to them.
It's been less than a week since the country was rattled with a 7.1 magnitude earthquake in Mexico City that killed at least 305 across the region, including Morelos and Puebla, where supplies gathered this weekend are being sent.
People need it now, and there are still many small towns that they need help, and they haven't got anything yet. Because the government, in a way, is stopping all the trailers that are coming because they want to manage everything.
So Gabriela Bojorquez with the organization Exatec, based in San Diego, are bagging, boxing, and loading up the supplies themselves, and will be driving them across the border this week to their organization in Tijuana.
We've been talking to some people in Mexico, and the things that they need the most is usually food and medicine, and water, especially water.
And each one of these bags is filled with food and personal items, and is for a family of 4. Babies have their own bags to include diapers and formula. Sleeping, medicine, and cleaning supplies are also being sent for a total of about 200 boxes. But so much more is needed for the neighboring country.
There's a lot of people in need right now, and if we could do something about it, we should do something about it.
Everyone is human, and we need to help each other as humans.
Felicia Martinez, Fox 5 News. It's been an emotional Friday for Love Johnson, a Mountain View resident, after losing one dog in a house fire and her pit bull, Rocky, fighting for his life.
I don't have kids, so this is my baby. Were you in there? No, I was downtown and got the call.
This cell phone video shows smoke and flames coming from the home in the 500 block of 36th Street. San Diego Fire says the call came in around 10:45 in the morning. Johnson's 2 roommates barely escaped the flames, but her German Shepherd Ben wasn't as fortunate. Skyfox shows an aerial perspective of just how heavy the smoke was, causing nearby residents to evacuate as firefighters got straight to work.
I'm scared that my house is going to go on fire because it was so close.
When San Diego Fire went in and around the home, that's when they found one woman in the backyard. She was taken to the hospital for what appears to be smoke inhalation. That's also when crews found Rocky on the 2nd floor. Well, the owner tells me that firefighter John saved Rocky here, and as you can see, this 10-month-old pup, he's doing much better.
A dog is someone's property. It's very precious to people, and our job is to save lives and protect property.
That commitment is certainly something Johnson is grateful for. Now, the American Red Cross has stepped in to help these residents. We are told that the cause of the fire was ruled undetermined. We were also told that it started on the 2nd level. For now, we are live in Mountain View. Felicia Martinez, Fox 5 News. Pablo Velez was not only a father, but a newlywed, and he and his wife were expecting another child. He also just started a new job to go along with his new life when that was all taken from him.
It's not fair for him to be killed like this and just left thrown like he's nothing.
A tearful sister.
mother says her brother, 30-year-old Pablo Rosa Velez, was just getting his life started when it was all taken from him July 3rd. Velez was struck on his motorcycle by a hit-and-run driver in this gold or tan-colored SUV as it pulled out from a storage unit in the 2400 block of Main Street in Chula Vista.
He had all his life ahead of him. He's never going to be able to see his son.
His sister, Mary Rosa Velez, says her brother was not only the father of an 8-year-old boy, but he and his wife of just 2 months are expecting another baby. She tells Fox 5 Pablo was headed home from work after starting a job at NASCO when he was hit minutes from his house. The family then received a phone call from a detective telling them the news. Now, 1 week later, the driver continues to hide, but the SUV was found abandoned.
All I ask for is somebody recognizes the vehicle and knows who was the person driving. Is there any witness? Just come up front and tell us.
Mary also has concern about what may have caused the accident, saying a large trash truck with the name Republic Services on it was parked in the red zone, possibly obstructing her brother's view.
When I went to the scene, I saw the actual vision was completely blocked. I mean, there was no possible way that my brother could have seen this vehicle come out as fast as they came out.
As for the driver, Mary and her family haven't given up hope that person will do the right thing and give the family some peace in this tragic situation.
To please give himself in. At least, I mean, we're not judging the accident. We're not judging the accident. All we are judging is the fact that he left him there.
Now, we did reach out to the Chula Vista Police Department tonight to see if there are any potential leads, but we have not heard back. The family has also set up a GoFundMe account to help his pregnant wife pay for funeral expenses. To find out more about that, you can visit our webpage at fox5sandiego.com. For now, I'm live in Chula Vista. Felicia Martinez, Fox 5 News.